This is Sports Drive.
Welcome back into Sports Drive once again. I'm your host, Preston Moore. I mentioned earlier in the show a lot of different teams have finished up their seasons recently, but we're getting a lot of postseason recognition coming in, awards for many teams around the Panhandle who just finished great seasons. Big thanks to Coach Carlin Tollison of Dumas Softball. We just talked to her after all of the all-district honors that her team received. Really, really impressive stuff, but there are more honors that have come in at the state level for some of our local teams, including the Randall Lady Raiders. If you've been following this show over the course of the last couple months, you know that it's been a historic season for soccer here in the Texas Panhandle, especially for the Randall Lady Raiders, bringing home the very first ever UIL state soccer championship for either boys or girls for the entire Texas Panhandle. Joining me now to talk a little bit about that is the most recently named Region 1 Assistant Coach of the Year from the Lady Raiders. It's Coach Aspen Connally. Coach Connally, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm going to ask you the same question I asked my last guest. How does it feel to be introduced as the Region 1 Assistant Coach of the Year?
Honestly, it feels really surreal. This is only my second year, so I was not expecting anything like that to happen. But obviously with the girls and how far we went this year with them and the way they played, I mean, they're the ones who got me recognized. So I really appreciate that. And then obviously Coach Bernard and her guidance, she's a great mentor. So I have a really good support system.
You mentioned it. I was just about to ask you, you're going into you just finished up your second year with the team, only 2 years, and now you've been named the Regional Assistant Coach of the Year for the entire Region 1. That's a really big deal, especially to happen in your second year on the job. What does it mean to take home an award like that so early into your career at Randall?
It's honestly just crazy. I'm still kind of soaking it in at the moment because I'm still on a high from winning state. So it's just all I'm just incredibly proud of the team. And I mean, it's such an honor, but it really is just, I still can't believe it, honestly.
And that state game was really, really spectacular. It obviously came down to the wire. We had plenty of coverage here on News Channel 10, and we were down there to see it all go down, and came down into PKs, and we were watching. I wasn't there, but I was here in our office, and I remember I had the stat broadcast up on my laptop, just watching it so intently, and whatever the program was, it wasn't updating exactly in real time, so it would show before the player attempted their PK, it would show that it missed before they even took the shot. And so many times I was like, oh, they lost, oh, they won, oh, they lost, and it was just back and forth nonstop emotion. And that's for me here back in the Panhandle, obviously cheering you guys on, hoping we can bring home the first state title. I cannot imagine what the emotion was like on the field down in Georgetown for that game, going into sudden death essentially at the end of the game there. Talk me through that those emotions. I mean, it had to have been a roller coaster in that time.
Yes, definitely, for sure. I think I had like 5 heart attacks on the sideline at least. I couldn't even watch the last 2 penalty kicks. I didn't get to see Kylie's goal because I was turning the other way because I was just so anxious and nervous. But I mean, it was just an incredible feeling to just be able to do that for the Panhandle. This team deserved it. They worked really hard. They started in summer workouts and they strived for excellence, and that's really all we could ask for them. We told them, win or lose, it doesn't matter. We've already made history, but it was incredible to finish it all and win it.
Absolutely, and there comes a time, I think, for all coaches when at a certain point, you've done all you can in practice and you just got to send them out and see how they perform on the field. And I think soccer is a little bit different, in my experience, at least talking with different soccer coaches. Because, in, say, American football, you get to stop about every 30 seconds or so and have a conversation if you need to with your coach. In basketball, you get a certain amount of timeouts every half, and the same goes for a lot of different other sports. And with soccer, you don't really get that. You get to talk to your team once at halftime for a little bit, and then again, obviously, when you go into extra time like you guys did in that state championship game, you get a couple more times to talk to them. But when it comes down to PKs, you're kind of just sending your kids out there, and you just have to, fully imbue your trust into them, because that's what you've worked for all season long. And you, obviously, in that moment, turning around, you can't even watch. But tell me about the trust that you had in your kids going out there to get the job done, and not even watching. I think I would have turned around as well.
I mean, we worked really hard. We practiced PKs. We were prepared for that moment. It's still so hard, like you said, as being a coach, because you don't have control, and so you have to just let them fly a little bit and just let them do what they've learned to do. You've taught them what they needed to learn, and as long as they go out there and do what they know how to do, we just told them, don't be nervous. You've done this a million times. Just put it in the corner, do what you got to do. And they all went out there and they held their head very high. And so it was scary, obviously, but I was just very proud of them, and I wanted to give them the confidence to accomplish the goal that they set forward.
And, obviously you don't come into a season expecting to win anything like Assistant Coach of the Year for the entire region, but that is what you came out with, and that's obviously a goal as well, if you can take home some of those individual awards. And it's a very big deal, obviously, for you to bring home that award, but you're not the only member of the team to bring home some pretty prestigious awards. You had 2 different players named just yesterday to the Texas High School Coaches Association Super Elite Team for girls soccer. Kendall McLean winning Offensive Player of the Year, and then her older sister, a senior, Ryan McLean, also named to the Super Elite Team. When it comes to playing or coaching these 2 girls and seeing them play over the course of this year, what have you seen out of those 2, and what does it mean to see not only you bring home some recognition, but to see those girls that you've talked about just so much in this interview even bringing home some recognition of their own?
Well, it's funny because I've actually watched both of those girls grown up. I've known them since they were really little. So it was incredible to see them just step into the role as leaders. They're both great leaders on and off the field, and they go out and they practice and they work hard every single time. And so other younger players look up to them. And even Kendall, just being a sophomore, that's an incredible honor for her. And she's very humble, and they're just very gracious. So the leadership that they show really, I think, helped us for sure get as far as we did.
Yeah, absolutely. Kendall being a sophomore, I remember last year, it wasn't even this year, but it was last year, I came out and I shot a Randall game, shot highlights, and I just remember being like, that one girl, she is good. Like, I'm not a soccer expert. I wasn't a soccer player, but man, she knows what she's doing on the field. She is fantastic. And then learning after the game that she was a freshman at the time, I was just flabbergasted, and obviously only improving with time, and her older sister going out on a high note as well in her senior year, with Ryan getting that award named to the Super Elite Team. Exciting stuff. Coach Connally, once again, congratulations on winning Region 1 Assistant Coach of the Year. We're very proud of you and proud of the entire Lady Raiders soccer team for bringing home that first ever state championship for soccer in the Texas Panhandle. An exciting thing. And obviously, best of luck over the course of this off-season, preparing, hoping to bring home another one next year, and hopefully you can have that level of success once again. But Coach Connally, once again, congratulations, and thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with more Sports Drive right after this break.